If ever a city loved a winner, it's Las Vegas. But after just 6 wins in 3 seasons, UNLV football is falling further and further behind Wayne Newton, and the all-you-can-eat buffet is in the priority list. To discuss the Rebels in 2013, we introduce our managing editor, Pete Fiutak. Here's a plate. Step up to the buffet.
I'm putting the over-under, by the way, on gambling references at about 3.5 here.
Well, there's one right there.
One,
okay,
yes.
So of the successful FCS coaches in recent football history, Bobby Houck certainly was able to do that, but he's just 6-32 in 3 seasons in Vegas. So why hasn't he been able to take this program to another level there in
Because UNLV is bad at playing college football. The problem is, back in the old days, you could get a 5-year plan together, you build up through the recruiting classes, you get the systems in place. Now everyone wants new coaches to win right away, right now, and it just doesn't happen that way at a place like Vegas, where you need to build up that talent level, and he's doing that. It's taken a while. It's been rough. It's been ugly. But now there's no excuse. You alluded to, they got all these talented players coming back. They got a ton of experience. They got options. They got a lot of players to play around with. I think that this is the year where finally he should have those guys in place for him.
For the Rebels, the numbers are uglier than a bad hand at blackjack.
Oh, well
all right, 90th ranked offense, 100th ranked in defense in the country. However, 19 starters do come back, so there is some experience. So which side of the football do you expect to make the biggest leap forward?
Oh, I think the offense is going to make a big jump up. I mean, Tim Cornett's one of the best running backs in the Mountain West. The offensive line returns experience. It should be a little bit better. It's big. They have some depth, so they have options to play around with. The receiving core returns intact. It's up to Nick Sherry at quarterback. He's a big bomber. If he can stretch the field, take the pressure off Cornett in this running game, I think all of a sudden this offense, which was okay last year, becomes far more efficient, far more effective, and I think that's going to be all the difference.
UNLV opens up with Minnesota and Arizona. No Boise State on the schedule this year, so can they put it all together and get their first winning season since 2000?
It's possible, but they've got to really rock against these bad teams on the schedule. They got it. Beating Minnesota at Minnesota is not out of the realm of possibility. Last year they took them to triple overtime at home. Minnesota's still rebuilding, and with all these starters coming back, UNLV should be able to rock right out of the gate. But the key to the Rebels is beat the bad teams on the schedule. They can lose to Minnesota, they can lose to Arizona, but then they got to beat Central Michigan at home, beat Western Illinois at home, beat Hawaii at home, beat San Jose State and Utah State at home. Those are good teams, but again, in Vegas. They win those games, come up with an upset or two. 6-6 is very possible. They could finally turn this thing around. And with this team coming back, anything less than at least 4 or 5 wins and a big step forward is going to not going to.
So you're all in on the Rebels, right? All right, that's Pete Fiutak. I'm Ray Crawford. For more Mountain West previews, including Boise State, Fresno State, and San Diego State, check out our team articles and videos right here on Campus Insiders.